Go ahead. Okay.
Grandpa's story is one of resilience and sacrifice. Van Kam Kai graduated from high school in Laos. He became a school teacher, but also had to care for his younger siblings. He married Chan Peng and had 6 children: Pumi, Chanmali, Manile, Pitsimai, Buttabong, and Danny Kam Kai. When communists took over Laos, he fled to Thailand to protect his 2 teenage daughters, leaving his wife and younger children behind. Seeking safety, they eventually found refuge in Hawaii with the help from the church that assisted refugees during the Vietnam War. In Hawaii, Van Kam Kai met his wife Pensy, with whom he had 2 more children, Dominic and Rasa Kam Kai. He continued his passion for teaching by educating Laotian people about Jehovah's Witness and teaching English to the students from Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. He also worked for Child and Family Services, providing support to those facing family challenges. Driven by his love for teaching, he also pursued a role in the military to teach soldiers how to speak Lao, particularly those involved in the retrieving of bombs and remains in Laos during the Vietnam War. His dedication to teaching helped a lot of people, and we are grateful for his service to the community. We will always remember Grandpa as Pupu. When we think of Pupu, we think of how he was always smiling and jokes. The joke I remember is the story of the ghost when he scared the man so hard, the man thought so sick that the ghost thought the man died. So the ghost felt bad and gave the man all his money and gold. He loved to make people laugh. He was also a good man. He was strong and quiet, never complained. He listened to you because he was humble and wise. The life lessons he taught us was that life can be hard, but you have to stay strong and positive, and that life is so short, so be kind to each other. He loved to spend time in the garden and the farm. Mom said, "You never know what is in human nature and how compassionate we can be, what we will risk our lives for. Your grandpa, 74 years old, drove in a flood and swam in water up to his neck to save a stray dog on his farm. You never know what the human spirit is capable of till your body stops moving. That is the only final end." I went to visit Grandpa 2 weeks ago at the house. I never visited for many months and I felt bad about it. His back was sore and Mom told me to pick up Tylenol for him. I brought him Korean barbecue and he took Tylenol with juice. He was using a wheelchair. I remember he used to be strong. I always remember him that way, wearing his running shoes. He was so tired, but I called our cousin Destiny on FaceTime, and he wanted to see her baby boy. He smiled and he looked so happy. I took a picture with him. I didn't think that was going to be the last time I was going to see him. Then 2 days later, he passed. We were all still surprised. My grandfather may have departed from this world, but his influence remains, as does the love we shared. Farewell, Grandpa. You are a guiding light in our lives, a source of wisdom and comfort. Your legacy will endure through the stories we tell, the memories we cherish, and the lives we lead in tribute to you. He carried us on his knee when we were babies, and he watched us grow up. He created our family. He helped give us all life. His blood and his legacy runs in all of us. We are grateful for having such an amazing grandpa in our life. You are a great teacher. We love you. Rest in love and mahalo nui loa until we see you at Rasa again.
Go ahead. Thank you, Mo.